Hi loves, welcome and welcome back to the channel.
For this tutorial, I already uploaded the drafting tutorial of both the princess dart bustier and the peplum part of this top. So if you have not seen it, you should go check it out in the channel. I'll be linking it in the description and in the comment sections as well. So previously, we were able to cut out the part for the peplum, the half moon for the neckline, and we're also able to cut out the part for the princess dart. That's the two parts because we have a button up in the middle, and we're also able to cut out the back pieces, two pieces of the back pieces, and we're also able to cut out the sleeve. For the accessories we'll be needing gum stain, we'll be needing hemming gun, we'll be needing interfacing for the bustier, and let's get right into this tutorial. So we'll be starting with the front bodice. I went ahead to attach my lace covering to the lace, and when you open it up, this is what you have. So you have one for each side, for the right and for the left. Now I'm going to be using my drafting paper to cut out the interfacing for the bustier. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to fold my interface, and the interfacing is going to be starting at that under bust area, and it will be ending on the chest line area. When I placed my pattern paper on my interfacing, as you can see, the interfacing, I placed it to start from the under bust line. I went ahead to pin it down, and I'm going to be cutting that out real quick. And when I'm cutting the side for this side front, I'm going to remove the allowance area because I don't want my bustier interfacing getting into my allowance. So after doing that, I'm going to keep that aside, and I will be cutting the interfacing for the middle part, that's for the center front. Okay, and to do that, I went ahead to fold out that 2 inches that we left in front there. I'll be placing my pattern paper from the under bust area, okay, and on the chest line I'll just come up with about half an inch like so, and I'll be curving it out. I'll be dividing it into two as well, so I'll have one pieces for both parts of the center front pieces. Now that I'm done cutting out my interfacing, I'll be placing it accordingly. So this to the right and this to the left, and I'll be placing it on the wrong side of the fabric like so, and I'll be pinning it down. And when you turn it over, this is what as you can see, the interfacing did not end into that button overlap area for the center front. Now I'll be placing the ones for the side, and I'll be placing it on the wrong side like so. Now after placing it, I'm going to bring back my center front pieces. I'll be placing my side pieces to my center front, and I'll be pinning it down like so. Now I'm going to take it to my machine, and I'll be stitching from this point all the way up to the end of the dart, and I'll be doing it for the both sides. And when I was done, this is what I have. The next thing I'll be doing is to work on the back pieces. And for the back pieces, I'll be placing my back pieces on my front pieces, making sure that the shoulders align. I will be pinning down that shoulder area, and after pinning it down, I'll take it to my machine, and I'll be stitching across that shoulder area with about 1 inch. And after doing that, this is what I have my front and my back pieces together like so. Now I'm going to start placing my half moon. I went ahead to turn all the pieces I'll be using for this half moon with my lining, and I will be placing it after that point like so. So I'll be placing the first pieces, and I'll be pinning it down. Place the second piece over it like so. I'll be alternating it. So first I have the Ankara pieces, then the lace pieces. Then next I have the Ankara pieces, then the lace pieces. So I placed it in alternates. And when I'm pinning down for the shoulder joining, I make sure I open that shoulder area before pinning it down so that it's lying nice and straight like this. So after doing that, this is what I have. I'll be cutting out that edge, okay, so it doesn't interfere with my zipper allowance. And after stitching it down to the neckline, this is what I have. The next thing I'll be doing is to trace out my dart for my back pieces. I placed my back pattern on the back pieces, and I went ahead to pin along the dart. And as you can see, the pins are showing at the other side of the fabric, so I'm just going to use my chalk and trace out the pins, okay, and I'll be doing it for the both side of the back pieces. And when I was done taking out my dart for the back, this is what I have. Now I'm going to work on my lining pieces, and for the lining, I went ahead to take out my darts, okay, stitched my darts together and joined the back pieces to the front pieces just as I did for the main fabric. Now for the lining, I'll be cutting out that overlay that we have in front there. Okay, as you can see, I cut out that overlay because it will not be needed, and I went ahead to place my main fabric on my lining like so. So that area that we cut out from the front is just so that we have that shirt overlay. Now I'll be stitching my main fabric on my lining, and when I'm done stitching it together, I went ahead to top stitch it and fold it in like so. As you can see, that area that we had there, it has gone inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and pin down the neck of this lining all the way around to the back area like so. I'm going to go ahead and stitch the neck, the zipper allowance area, and the shaping sides of both the front and the back, and I'll be turning it out through the armhole. Now after doing that, this is what I have. I'm going to go ahead and notch my cuffs. It's very important to notch your cuffs so that when you are done, it's not going to be bulky and it's going to curve neatly. So after notching my cuffs, I cut out my excess lining and I flipped my fabric to the front part. So this is for one side of the front and back pieces. So I'll be ironing this out later. And after doing it for the two parts of the pieces, this is what I have. As you can see, if I button it up and overlay it, this is what it's going to be looking like. But because my clients don't want that area to be open, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 stitches along that line just to cover it up, to give that shirt illusion. And after doing that, this is what I have. I'm going to go ahead and place my buttons to give that shirt illusion. But if you're sewing this thing for a breastfeeding mother, or the person wants it to be a shirt, it's totally fine. All you have to do is to make your buttonholes and your buttons, and you can button it up from the front. For this one, I went ahead to stitch it close because I don't want that area to be. After fixing my buttons, so I'm going to go ahead and fix my sleeve. And after fixing my sleeve, this is what it's looking like. I've also gone ahead to attach the buttons. This is what it's looking like. So now the next thing I'm going to do is shaping it using my measurements. So I'll be dividing my measurements by 2 and I'll be shaping the sleeves and the main body, okay? And after doing that, I'll be attaching the peplum to the top. After shaping the top, this is what I have. So the next thing I'll be doing is to attach my peplum. So this is the peplum I'll be working with. If you want to know the calculation I used to achieve this style of this peplum, I will be linking it in the description, in the comment section, and probably I'll be adding a card on top of this video. After preparing the peplum, I'm going to be attaching it to the waist of this top. And after pinning it down, I'm going to take it to my machine and I'll be stitching about 1 inch across the waist like so. Okay, I added 1 inch allowance, so that's what I'll be taking out. And when I was done, this is what I have. You can see the princess that lying nicely. If you open up the peplum, this is what it looks like, and then the neckline as well. You can see the half moon and everything is coming together nicely. The next thing I'll be doing is to attach my zipper. I'm going to be attaching my zipper and I'll be leaving about 1 inch space down so that you can be able to remove it and fix it back. Okay, this is the type of zipper I'm using this zipper that you can literally separate the two sides, two stitches of the zipper. Okay, so it's easy to wear. And after fixing my zipper, this is what I have. I'm going to go ahead and give this a very nice press, and I will be interlocking the waistline and the armhole. If you want your bustier to be standing, if you want your bustier area to be standing, you can use a thicker interfacing or padding for that part. And when my client wore it, this is what it looks on a woman body. You see that it's nicely fitted and everything is together. Hope this tutorial was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comment section. If you have any questions, also let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.